Good day to you. This is Poland Daily Culture and I'm Maria Kądzielska-Koper and we are talking about something unique, and this is a liturgical music and singing. With us is an absolute expert in this field, Łukasz Miśko, a friar but also a president of the Liturgical Centre in Krakow. Father, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you for having me today.
Well, you are a Dominican, as we mentioned in the previous episode. This is a very special convent because you are open and you want to reach many people, and especially young people, and bring them to God. And you are trying to do this, to bring more people to God through music, and through very special kind of music, because this is the liturgical Dominican way style of singing. Could you tell us, because it's an old style of singing, I would say sounds medieval sometimes, but you mentioned the previous episode that it is simple. So this is my question. How do you teach and how do you describe this style of singing? Because when I hear it, it's like, oh, the angels are singing. Well, I'm definitely not one of the angels. I can't sing along.
Well, that's actually what many people ask. Is this music new or old? And the answer is that it's both, because it's timeless. The style, if you will, is a very eclectic approach to music. So we do sing plain chant, meaning medieval or, let's say centuries old thing we often call Gregorian chant. It's monody. It's just like one voice, one melodic line. But we also sing simple polyphony, so pieces that feature more parts, up to four typically, and many of them sound old because, in a way, we want to belong in the tradition that spans centuries. So even if we compose music today, it doesn't have this pop music quality of being upbeat and happy and kind of crazy, syncopated rhythm. Rather, we create this feeling of calm and solemnity. And I think that's common for many musical styles. It's, in a way, a high style of music. It's sort of careful with emotions. So we don't want to play with people's emotions to make them like instantly happy or jazzed up for Jesus. Because in a way, emotions, well, they're good, but you can easily manipulate them. And what we want to achieve is this state of heart that is at peace, that is open, but not just perked up for Jesus, open to receive the mystery of God who is beyond words, who is greater than our emotions, than the highs and lows of our life. So the music serves that purpose, to give us that space to encounter the mysterious, ineffable God beyond words, who also wants to come and be present and be touched in a way by our liturgy.
And this style of singing, as you mentioned, the polyphony of it, the fact that you have many voices sort of trying to uplift you and take you up and high, that's also a challenge when it comes to the voice itself, because it's, let's say, not easy. It seems like most of the Dominicans are doing it by themselves. It's hard to say why and how are training or the friars or all of the brothers to do it. But in this also beautiful church, especially the Krakow Dominican church, you are almost taken to the medieval times. You feel that this time travels. How do you, are there any special lessons, or is it only the Sunday Mass which you go through?
Well, this is what our center actually coordinates. We put together events that are aimed at parish groups, choirs, and individuals who want to learn more about music, about the history of liturgical music, the theology of liturgical music, but also the technicalities of singing, because obviously it takes some vocal coaching, it takes some exercises, and just a lot of practice. So the biggest event every year is this week-long event here in Krakow that we call Extraordinary Music Workshop. And I'll be happy to talk more about it perhaps later. But we also have let's say, shorter events throughout the year, like daily workshops in different cities or weekend events. We actually record a lot of music and we just put it out there in the internet so people can listen to it and actually learn parts. They can learn their specific parts, soprano, alto, tenor, or bass. So then with their parish group, they can more easily apply that repertoire to what they sing in their local church. We also have partners in different cities in Poland. We have those schools of liturgical music that work with us in Warsaw, in Gdańsk, in Poznan, in Wrocław. And it takes 2 or 3 years of this specifically carved program for individuals who want to become cantors or choir leaders in their parishes, and we train them, giving them the tools to carry out that music in the local communities.
Wonderful, and it sounds like a huge machinery of creating and making the liturgical songs more popular, but a wonderful gift which you're trying to give to a lot of parishes. And thank you for doing this. And what is left for me right now is to all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily, just listen to the Dominican choirs, and then you will get and understand what we are here talking about. And again, thank you very much for watching our show.